I want to give you a secret to winning negotiations. And one of the greatest secrets to winning negotiations is negotiate dispassionately. Negotiate without emotion involved. Remove yourself emotionally from the situation and negotiate dispassionately. It's happened to me twice in the last 90 days that I could think of where I saved about $20,000 plus. And I could probably cite many more examples. And so the first one, I was negotiating my rent. And as I was negotiating rent at my office, I negotiated dispassionately. All I said is, what can I do to lower that rent? And I just kind of remain quiet. And by the end of the conversation, the rent was down just about 50% of what I started at. And so my older self, my younger self, my non-developed self, if you will, I would have went back at him with an aggressive tone, or with some enthusiasm, or with some energy of trying to get the rent lower. But by just taking my emotion out of it, I let the person talk and lower the rent themselves. They basically negotiated with themselves, I found. Another time I was doing a seminar, and the seminar had about 40 people there, and the bill was a few $1,000s. And somehow the guy came up to me and said I was going to owe an extra $1,000. And as I was sitting there, I was like, this guy's crazy, I'm thinking to myself. But I just sat there and paused. And I did something. I put myself in peripheral vision. When I put myself in peripheral vision, it clears out my mind chatter and lets my unconscious mind come up with some better responses, better examples, better communication. And so I just sat there and put myself in peripheral vision, and it helps me remove that emotions and listen uncritically. And by the end of the conversation, the guy had himself back down the $1,000 that he said I owed. So take your emotion out of it and negotiate dispassionately. And the more that you can negotiate dispassionately, the more success you're going to have. Sometimes I know it's hard because people want to pull you in with their tone or with their crazy ideas. But the more you can remove your emotion, the more you're going to have success. Negotiate dispassionately.